Hey all, and welcome to this week's episode of the Mike Muldoon podcast. I'm Mike Muldoon. I'm your host. Each week I strive to inspire you to overcome those internal and external voices and the various challenges you encounter daily, so you can just truly embrace and live the life that you really desire. So, like I say, life is meant to be lived, not just endured. It's not a passive journey, but an active endeavor. We must proactively be involved in to, shape the life that we desire. So anyway, thanks for being with me this week. And, so with all that being said, this week, what I want to talk about is failure and why when you try, and even if you don't achieve your goal, you're not a failure. And do yourself a favor. Don't let the sting of failure come from the eyes of people who would fail to try or do anything. Falling short on a test, stumbling as a spouse or parent, or even faltering due to unpreparedness for an interview or an exam, these are instances of failure. However, failure doesn't occur when you dare to take a chance, when you pursue your goals with determination and intent, when you dare to just be great, when you dare to go out in the world to try something, to take a risk, to break away from the norm or any type of conformity and go for your goals, go for your dreams. It's interesting because we live in this world fixated on success and achievement, and the concept of failure just casts a sort of looming shadow over all of our endeavors. We've been almost conditioned to fear failure, to view it as a mark of inadequacy, and, to basically avoid it at all costs. And, it's like we live in this world, right? It's the prevalent trend revolves around showcasing achievements alone, right? We only want to show the best of us. Social media platforms are awash with these depictions of individuals leading extraordinary and triumphant lives, while the challenges and failures they grapple with remain concealed beneath the surfaces. Just keeping them hidden and locked away from view out of fear of shame or judgments. We're only showing the best of ourselves. But the thing is, success and failure, they're intertwined. They are essential components of growth and achievement. Failure serves as a teacher. It imparts invaluable lessons and insights that refine our strategies. It enhances and increases our understanding of challenges. It makes us get better. It teaches us. It helps us grow. It propels us to reassess any actions, any things we've done along the way. We failed, we realize, now we learn. It encourages innovation, adaptation. It fosters resilience and determination. Through failure, we gain humility to acknowledge our limitations and the motivations to strive for improvements. There's so much to be gained with, perceived failure. But like I said, by trying and doing something, going after something, you're not a failure. Success, right, emerges from that. Success emerges not only as a destination, but as a culmination of a journey marked by all your setbacks, all your perseverance, and the unwavering willingness to learn from those missteps. So screw those people who look to criticize you or hold you back from pursuing something that is a worthy ideal for you. Those who judge, you on what they perceived as a perceived failure. I've said it once and I'll probably say it 100 times. People who criticize you, they're the ones that are too scared to go out in the world and take a chance. Because people who really, believe in you and care for you, they want to see you go for it. And if something happens where there's a setback, they'll be there for you. So here's the thing. Rather than viewing failure as an end itself, consider failure as a stepping stone along this path to just becoming a better person. Every instance of not reaching a goal offers an opportunity for introspection, for learning, for improvement. Embrace failure as part of growth. Now, I'm not saying we should look to fail at everything we try. No. But don't let it boggle you. Don't let it hold you down. See, a lack of failure in life, what it really signals is a lack of ambition. Nothing good comes when you're comfortable. When you are comfortable, you are complacent. You're not willing to try new things. For most, the reason why they really never fail at anything is because they never try anything. And the underlying cause of why most people won't try or break away from things is fear. Resilience is not born from an absence of challenges, but from navigating and overcoming them, strengthening the spirit, and fostering this belief that setbacks are temporary roadblocks, not permanent barriers. So even when falling short, it's sort of trying to achieve our goals, it still demonstrates this unwavering dedication to improving ourselves. It pushes us beyond our comfort zones, and it fosters this adaptability and resilience. It's funny, Samuel Beckett once said, it's just quoted, pretty great quote. It just says, ever tried, ever failed, no matter. Try again, fail better. So while the initial goal might not be attained, but you're trying, the pursuit of itself can lead to so many unexpected discoveries and opportunities. So even as you're journeying along something, and again, I hope everything you go after, you achieve. But I'm also going to say that sometimes it doesn't happen, but there's other times where you're always still going to be better for it, right? It's amazing because it's insane how many times throughout history, right, that journey of trying things uncovers so many hidden talents that people didn't realize they had, unveils new perspectives that they didn't know they had, and forges connections that might not have materialized otherwise, right? I mean, history is replete with all these examples of individuals who, while pursuing one goal, and maybe even thought they failed at doing it, stumbled upon groundbreaking innovations that revolutionized entire industries. But at the time, to them, they looked like there was failure. There was this guy, his name's Dr. Spencer Silver. He was trying to make the strongest adhesive possible. He ended up making a very weak, reusable adhesive. And it sounded like a failure, right? I mean, we're trying to make this really strong adhesive, came back with this one that barely worked. But it actually became the starting point for sticky notes. And that's how the Post-it note came to be. And I mean, I love Post-it notes. I've got them posted all over the place. I need them. I mean, look at Viagra. Viagra was designed to treat heart conditions. Let's be honest. That's not what's the driving force behind sales anymore. So we need to stop thinking success means avoiding failure at all costs. There is no success without failure. And with failure, it can, be a very powerful and positive story. So when we free our efforts from just trying to fit a specific definition of success, our setbacks become like steps that move us forward. Our failures become chances to learn and improve. And the tough situations become valuable lessons. So by enjoying the journey and approaching the learning process, we change how we see success. We create a life full of strength. We discover more things about ourselves. We unlock more endless potentials, and we move ourselves to, basically designing the life that we chose for ourselves or that we want to do for ourselves. Because if you don't take chances, you'll never get to maybe where you want to be. Again, this is if you're unhappy with your life. If you're currently excited about your life, you wake up every day, you're thrilled, this is the life I want to be in. You're not at your job going, oh, this sucks, another day. You're not in a relationship where, oh, this sucks, another day. Whatever it is, then that's fine. Again, I'm not saying you have to make massive change in your life. I'm not saying you have to go out there and take a risk and all that if you're happy. But most people are not happy. Most people are not. Most people are living, like I said, on the y-axis. They're living one way. They really want to be living another way. And a lot of times it's just because they're too scared to take a chance, too scared to go out in the world and risk because they're scared of failure. And a lot of times the failure that they're really, that what they're worried about is how other people will perceive them if they fail. But you can't worry about other people. And it's not failure. You will never be a failure if you're out there trying. So take risks if you must. Do what you got to do. I mean, maybe calculated risk, but you got to take a chance, and you cannot let other people's perceived, views of you affect you. All right. Like I said, we live in a society now where everybody just wants to show their successes, their wins. I haven't seen one person on Instagram talking about right now about like, look at my life. It's terrible. I'm a complete failure. And you know what? I wish I would see that because I know that person who's doing that, they're in a tough place, but they're also showing true strength because they're admitting, what someone can consider a perceived weakness, but they're being truthful. And I also know people like that. They'll usually they'll fight and they'll come back. So listen, don't fear failure in the eyes of others. Just live your life. It is your life. You need to live it. So take some chances if you must, and understand that no matter what happens, you open that new business, it doesn't work. You try that new relationship, it doesn't work. You try that new job opportunity, it doesn't work. Whatever it is going to be that doesn't work, as long as you've tried it, you've put the effort into it, you're never a failure if it doesn't happen. Now, I do wish that every endeavor you all take is a successful endeavor, but just understand there's always something to be learned from it. Again, if you're trying, you are not a failure. All right, everybody, that's for today's episode. Pretty quick to the point. Again, keep your questions, your comments coming my way. Feel free to check out my website, MikeMuldoonLC.com. My schedule's opened up a little bit more, so my booking calendar's freed up a little bit more in terms of coaching sessions. So if you need anything, go to my website. Always book a free consultation. If you know anybody right now who is struggling out there or just needs somebody to talk, hey, look, I'm not a therapist, so they need to understand. We say, hey, look, I got a guy, maybe you should talk to him. They can just go on my website, book a consultation. Doesn't cost anything. This is really about us seeing if we can actually work together. Sometimes in these consultations, we usually tend to fix a problem anyway, and there's really no need to continue the process. There's no sales pitch here. You know, I do what I do because I love helping people. So again, you can always go to my website, check out my Instagram, MikeMuldoonLC.com. Oh, no, that would be .com. That would be Mike MuldoonLC on Instagram. And trying to keep up a little bit there. Other than that, look, as always, happy Friday. Have a great weekend. Be safe. And I got nothing but love for you.